Yo, what's up? How y'all doing? It's D Gibbs Takes here, back with another video. I'm back after probably a week. It wasn't really any news going around for real, so I wasn't recording. But today, I'm here talking about the Minnesota Lynx. Obviously, the Minnesota Lynx are cooking like they are every year, number one seed for the second straight year. They were probably the second seed in 2024 when they made the finals. Just a great team. So this isn't surprising, but my thing about this, the narrative around this team is that this is a super team. That is not true at all. I watched Pizza Collier take this team and drag this team to heights never, imagined just because of how great she was in years prior. I mean, our point guard was Courtney Williams. She's not a point guard. That can't really create her own shot. It's kind of her game is kind of funky. Just can't really. I mean, IQ as a passer is not there. Doesn't really take the best shots at all times. She's a scoring guard, not really a point guard. No, we're not. Like, we came from nothing basically. And then before the year started, everybody was saying the Lynx weren't. They didn't know how they were going to survive without Nafisa Collier. So if that was the case before the season started, why is that the case now that it's a super team? Olivia Miles is playing well, yes, cool. But all they did was okay, they added a rookie Olivia Miles. They brought in Tasha Howard and Nia Coffey. Nobody was saying this was a super team before the season started, but now it is. I feel like it's just a case of people, seeing Olivia Miles for the first time and they're saying, "Oh my God, this girl's so good. Oh my goodness, this is a super team. It has to be." No, it's not a super team, bro. I've been watching this team for years. We've never been considered a super team ever. Kayla McBride had 10 threes the other day. She's probably gonna have 8 points in this game. That's who she is. In the playoffs, she shoots tour dates. That doesn't happen every game. Courtney Williams is, like I said, low IQ player. It just is what it is. She's not gonna take the best shots at all times. She's gonna get streaky with the mid-range shot. She won't be effective at all times. So this is not a super team. That is one of the worst takes I've seen in a while. The Collier had to carry this team. Like, yeah, it was a good team, yes, but without Collier in the past, without her being effective offensively and defensively in the past, they were to struggle every game because it wasn't really a player that can go off every single night. Kayla McBride is a shooter. That's it. She only can shoot. Can't create her own shot. Can't finish. She can only shoot. That's it. No bag, just shooting. This is not a super team. Like we gotta stop that. Just because teams are succeeding and now you're finally paying attention. No, they're just a good, well-coached team. That's it. And you got to give Cheryl Reeves some credit with this team because her system and the way they play, the standard and organization is carry on to this year. They started the year off without their best player. They had a rookie come lead the team and they're still, cruising. So this is not a super team, man. We gotta stop this. So I really wanted to say, honestly, bro. I mean, you could say that Olivia Miles should win MVP. You know, maybe she should. It don't really matter to me because I thought Nafisa Collier should have won the last two MVPs. She didn't get it. She didn't get either of them. So once that happened, I'm like, I'm done with the voting because it don't matter. Like it was a graphic on ESPN somewhere or NBC, USA. I don't know what I was watching. Ion probably. It was Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Asia Wilson, and somebody else for MVP. And Miles was nowhere to be found on the graphic. Like not even in the race, in their opinion. Like once I seen that, it's just not even something to discuss. We know the media is biased. The league only been around 30 years. Their media isn't up to date. They aren't the best. We know that. So there's no reason to really care, about who wins the MVP because we know that the media is flawed. Like, there's no point. People gonna use the awards to define players. I mean, the media is just it's not a good media place. Yeah, yeah. So that's really all I got for today. Well, for this video, which I love. So yeah, that's all I got. See y'all in the next video.